Welcome everybody, hello, and welcome to another video. I am your personal funky scene pilot. My name is Arkady Gidzenko and I will be your captain for today's flight. And today we're standing, today's going to be an interesting flight. Basically it will be another sort of test flight, if you will. We're standing at the Treasure Airport, the Treasure Chest Airport in the United States, Alpha 16. This tiny little airport. Basically, just going to take off and see where the moment's going to take us. The previous streams we did not survive. Well, the aircraft did survive, but we did experience flight simulator freeze, where it would continue making the sound, but the image would just freeze, and all I could do was go to the task manager and just end the process, which obviously is kind of a letdown. It's a shame. Today, running the flight simulator in vanilla condition, or maybe it's sort of near vanilla condition. The only exception is that there was one aircraft that I purchased through the marketplace, and I have not uninstalled it or anything. I figured I'll take my chances, but for the rest it should be actually vanilla. This is a vanilla aircraft, no modifications to it at all. I'm running on high-end visual graphic settings. We'll be running the OBS Studio. Obviously, I am now in order for this video to stream on the YouTube, and I'm also will be running the Fly Live Studio. I've not really finished setting that up really. Not really sure how that if we're going to do this. Preferably, I would have the exact same conditions as I do always. Just to check. The thing is, to sort of try and reproduce the freezing, you will have to fly from ranging between usually maybe like 1 hour 15 minutes to about, I don't know, 2 hours 15 minutes, 2.5 hours before usually it does not even freeze up. So yeah, really not sure what we're going to do, because this does not really invoke any particular creativity on my end at this moment, but I did feel like getting the test out, and so figured let's just jump the hell in and see if we can break. And if it does not, I will repeat this a couple of times again, and hopefully we can work out where the problem is. I mean, the computer does not freeze up, it's just flight simulator. I'm running different applications and they never freeze up. Sometimes you may get an occasional crash to desktop or something with Red Dead Redemption, but that's just nothing. That just can happen every now and then. It's Windows, but really it all seems actually quite stable. So I'm not really sure what Microsoft's problem is here, why it is doing this sort of seemingly unprovoked. So anyway, I've been talking about this for a long time, so let's head on in there. So yeah, that's the outside. So this the TBM930. It's a really cool aircraft. Totally love it. 330 knots maximum airspeed. So let's just start this thing up and just get going, and then we'll see where we're going to go. So we'll start up with the battery and the generator, followed by the starter. So this will start up. Let's see, this ignition going on auto. This thing also go on the auto. I want the AP to be on, and I want some crew oxygen, obviously. I forget what is this. Oh, probably that's just... Okay, so let's...
Task system test. Okay.
Okay, so we shut that up. It's the aircraft. Let's get some internal lights going on as well. It's a little bit on the dark side here. And let's get the taxi lights too once we are actually. And a little bit of the panel. Cabin, there we go. Now I'm forgetting what was this? Deploy. No, we're not going to deploy any such things. Yeah, so let's just there you go. Let me extend the flaps for now. We'll be needing to do all the anti-icings. And this should be it. All that is left now is the parking brake. So what is this? The landing light is a pulse. So can we, or the taxi light? Let's see how does this work. Or we just disengage the pulse at all completely. Yeah. Okay. So where are we going to go? I have no clue. Maybe we can check this little VFR map here, but usually you know you cannot really zoom out very far. Maybe what we could do something else. Have a look at the Skyvector website. I have not loaded it up, so bear with me one moment, and I will just load this up, and we can have a look there. Let's see, perhaps if we can find this airport even. Because that's not always quite the case. So that would be Alpha 16, and then you get the Treasure Chest Airport, so that appears to be working. So let's see if we can get this pulled up for you guys. What we will need is this one. There you go. Looks like a charm. Okay, so we are standing here at the Treasure Chest Airport, and is it this one? No. Which one is it, man? Oh, this will take us. I do not want to go here. Can we go back? No, cannot go back. So this is quite backfired. Does this work? Yeah, it does. Okay. Yeah, so where are we going to be going? So this is a sort of our location. I guess I'm not sure how long this is going to be taking us to get all of these places. What if we go this direction? We go to Russia. That's pretty cool. Or we get to the Cold Bay, but probably that's not too far, I would assume. Let's see, so what if we go to Papa Alpha Charlie Delta? Papa Alpha Charlie Delta, Cold Bay, and this, if our speed would be 330, which we're not going to be doing the whole time, then it will be about 1 hour and 49 minutes. Yeah, it's sold. I'm going to do it. And Papa Alpha Charlie Disco, that's what I'm going to be calling it. Papa Alpha Charlie Disco. And maybe we can put it here as well. Cold Bay Airport. So stand by 1 second while I try to get it in the overlay as well. Because basically I just want to stress the system or stress the aircraft or simulate in the hopes of it freezing up even when it's in vanilla mode. Just so to rule out it's not any of the mods causing it. obviously then that's still not the answer there, but at least there's part of an answer in knowing what it is not, you know? Otherwise you would have to check with all the different mods. So let's see if we can get this to work. So this does not appear to be working. So I'm just pressing buttons here all off the screen. See, this is always a little lame because just putting it in like this, you know, and it's just ugly. I was hoping to be able to skip this part, that you do not have to be looking at this ugliness, but you know, screw it. A little ugliness in life we can live with. We already have the American government. It's ugly as hell as well. And it's not the only government that's ugly. There's a lot of government actually it's ugly. But I'm not actually very political, to be very fair with you. It's just a little thing that sounds very cynical. And cynical is humor, and humor I like. There we go. So we just cracked the Arkady code. Okay, so there we got it. We got the overlay working as well, so that's pretty cool. And so we'll just leave that running as well. And that means that we can now Papa Alpha Charlie Disco. Just going to stick to that now. We're going to be creating a little flight plan. Always have to check the screen. It's a little it's quite bright, man. It seems off. Usually it's a lot easier to read than it is now. Still not sure what is up with that. Okay, so flight plan at origin. So we are at Alpha 16. It's recognized trash chest, so we enter. And what was it? Papa Alpha Charlie Disco or something? Just double check here. Papa Alpha Charlie Disco. So that is going to be our destination. So Papa Alpha Charlie Delta, there you go, Cold Bay, and we enter it, and we will now have a route. It's just a direct GPS route. Somewhat boring, but it is there for us to be flown. Let's see, we got anything else? No, that's it. So we go home, and we should be having flight plan here. There you go. And is there any way that we can tell the autopilot what to do? Where was the autopilot in this one? It is here. So once we tell it to follow the navigation, let's turn on the yaw damper for now and okay, let's do this differently. So here, let's look at some VOR. So you go to, should have a button that says active nav. There you go. So that will be linked to the GPS. It is now. So that's good stuff. And then we got the altitude. So let's reset the altimeter there. So we got this. Now we will be flying nav, which is armed. Flight directors, they can be turned on. Vertical speed will be turned on as well, and we're going to be climbing well, let's just climb 1000 feet per minute. It's a pretty powerful airplane. And what will be the altitude? I think we can easily go I don't know, 16,000 feet or something. 16,000 feet, so we got the altitude, and if it's armed, vertical speed is armed as well, so that looks all pretty good. So I think we should be ready for departure. Let me quickly check something here real quick. Okay. Yeah, so when I saw the livery from a distance, I was like, hey, it's pretty cool, it's like a dark livery, but now when I see it up close, I think it is not very pretty. Not at all. I do not like it, personally. Not my style. Nobody's fault. It's how it is, such is life. Okay, so we're ready. I'm going to turn on the landing lights as well. And I think everything should be ready now. Let's just quickly double check here. That we have. Let's put some heater on our feet. It's always good, don't you think? Yep, and we release the parking brake. Oh, that's the rock button there. So we got the flaps. Yep, we got the flaps. So a little more power, please. We were a little down slope there. Yes, that's the parking brake warning. Thank you very much. Okay. So the parking brake is released, so we're holding the toe brakes and we're going full power. And we'll be taking off momentarily. And releasing the parking brakes. And let's get this sucker up and away. Okay, we got the positive rate. Gear up, please. It's a winter wonderland here. Actually pretty nice. Since we're at a safe altitude, so the flaps up, please. Nose coming down a little bit. Let's trim it. For a second there it looked like the simulator is going to be hanging, but it is not yet. So let's engage the autopilot. There we go. So we're now going to be climbing at 1,000 feet per minute to an altitude of 16,000 feet, and we'll be following basically this course. That's the listening to the GPS, which is the routing right here. And we'll get an ETA momentarily as well. Should be about 2 hours 16 minutes. It will be a little bit less in a while. It is warning us about something. It's probably sort of an overspeed kind of situation. The torque is a little high. Okay, so the torque is a little bit reduced there. Hopefully this will stay under control now. And usually it appears to be stuff like this, like zooming in and working the system, zooming back out, zooming in, working the system, and then it's usually, that's the moment it will what's that sound? It's rain. Oh, that's pretty cool, man. But yeah, usually those things are the things that will cause it to crash, or well, at least not cause it, but that's usually when it happens. On the other hand, that's a lot of what I'm doing anyway. So maybe that's not even related at all. If you're doing it all the time anyway, Same as saying, well, most people die when they're breathing, Yeah, right there. So, okay. So we are climbing. What's the situation? Still climbing at 1,000 feet per minute, climbing through 3,900 feet for 16,000. Speed is quite steady, 216 knots, 215 knots. We're on autopilot, the oil damper is engaged as well. And we are on the course, so see if we can zoom out a little bit. Not sure, was it this one? There we go, so we can zoom out a little. So it's saying about 2 hours and 11 minutes. Oh look, we're being accompanied by another boat. The letters are a little small for me to be seeing. But I see Kristina Klusova, something like that. But yeah, do not click that, and I will actually immediately go and report the account and remove it and everything, because obviously it's just a stupid chatbot wanting to make some money and leeching off of other people's fun. I have no words for the contempt I have for this part of our lives, Really. That is one bit where I do get sort of political. I fucking despise it. Make money, buy, and even, I don't know, let's just not even go there. So, what are we going to do? Report, it is unwanted commercial content or spam. Report, thank you very much. And, let's see, live chat, and we are also going to be deleting it. So, remove. There you go, it has been removed. Yes, because I do not want you to click on that, and it is not something they want for you. It's something they only want for themselves. That is not the way this world should be. It should be about love, not about exploitation. Exploitation really gets Arkady angry. Okay, so let's forget about this now. 6,600 feet for 16,000. See if the altimeter is still the same. ETA is still sort of the same. Let's just continue climbing. I'll be remuting here for just a second. So we're still flying. Looks nice between these cloud layers. What's the situation here? 201 knots for 10,000 feet. Did I say 10,000 feet? Well, 11,000. Yeah, okay, there you go. Just keep it going up. It's very good. We're still on the course, so it's also good. Basically, we're just trying to see if we can break the simulator. We can sit on the back here. That's pretty cool. I like that. You know, you got the idea that you can sort of walk around. You know, that's pretty nice. It's sometimes the little simple things in life that bring me the pleasure. You know. Just da-di-dum, da-di-dum, we can sit like here. Personally, if there was one way that you could, like, are there drinks in here? Or is it just the outside of the aircraft? What does this say? Star max load, 1 person. Okay, no, don't have to get upset. Okay. But yeah, it would be nice if you could make this into a little bed. Oh, what the hell? What the hell is going on? Let's quickly get back here. That sounded a little scary. Let's check the situation. Speed still going. Following GPS, we're still climbing. Speed's good. But the pilot is also still on. Not really sure what that sound was. Let's look outside. Don't know what it was, but can we break it? Can we break it? Can we break it? Can we break it? Yes? No? No? Not break it? No? Shame. Sorry about that. Needed to check. So 13,000 feet, so we're coming up slowly to our cruising altitude, and then it will be about 2 hours of just this. I'm not sure if today's flight going to be very eventful. Could be not. So what if we go back here again? Yeah, so as I was saying, it would be nice, you know, if you can go in the back here and you could make like a little bed, you know, like, I don't know how, but just have this little improvised bed, which is actually really comfortable. It makes me yawn already just thinking about it, you know, just being inside this little airplane. But, yeah, I think I could really like it. Just lie down like this on your back, you know. There you go, you know. Let's see, what would the perspective sort of be? Something like this, maybe, right? Your head would be sort of here, maybe a little lower. You know, just be lying down. Yeah, I could see that happening. I could like this. Yeah, I could get used to this. And then they wake you up once you arrive. Yeah, so I might actually just be doing that once we are completely settled in our cruise. We do actually still have quite some clouds above us as well. We are now at the altitude 15,000 feet. Definitely picking up some turbulence. Let's see if we can see the wind settings. Wind, you got option 1, option 2, or option 3. I think I like option 2, 47. It's quite strong. It's sort of a mostly headwind. And here we choose back and back. There we go. What is weather radar controls? What does that do us? Anything? Nothing? Is that supposed to be doing something then? Well, it is quite windy. Could be because we're flying over the mountains. Well, we are quite high, but obviously these mountains are quite big. So we're 16,000 feet now. So reset the altimeter. It should level us off now, again basically. And the autopilot should tell us that we are at altitude hold, which would actually be fine. And we're still following navigation. So yeah, so we're doing level flight. So speed might increase a little. Estimated time en route will now be 1 hour 47 minutes, provided we just keep on cruising at this speed. And I think actually we could. If you look at the numbers here, let's just do it. Let's have a look outside. It's definitely windy. Look at it, man. Yes, it's quite severe, quite scary. Maybe it's normal in a small aircraft like this. But yeah, it does seem quite severe. I think maybe if we go fly a little higher, would that make any difference? I suggest we just do that, because we do have a ways to go anyway, and we might actually be able to fly. Well, let's see. Let's see if we can go 20,000. And we select vertical speed. And we go 1,000 feet per minute, or maybe 700 feet per minute. Considering the density of the air up here is significantly lower than it is down. Man, this turbulence is quite heavy, or at least it's quite noticeable. Oh yeah, did we have some lights up here as well? Does not appear that we can turn any of these on. The landing lights can go off now. So I wonder if it's going to make a lot of difference flying at 20,000 feet. Does it look like it's going to be making a whole lot of difference actually? So it will just be how it is. Let's check what's our airspeed doing. Airspeed's still fine like this. It's okay. Yeah, so we're using real world time and real world weather. I'll just quickly double check what we were supposed to. Live weather and live time. Yep. So we are definitely doing that. Let's see the treasure chest. What was the? Oh, they had no meter. Sure. And Cold Bay, oh, we are nearing our target altitude. Okay, so screw this. So we're at 20,000 feet, so the aircraft's now switching to altitude hold. But as you can see, we're still shaking in the wind a lot. So we're just going to make the most of it. Let's see what is now the ETA. It'd be 1 hour 35 minutes. And one interesting thing to note with regards to the overlay, since the flight simulator, since the flight simulator is running well at near vanilla condition, I decided not to run FSU IPC. I will do this in another stream when I try something similar. I will run the program FSU IPC, but I will keep disengaged one of the FSU IPC modules or whatever it is that I saw inside the community folder, because I want everything in the community folder to be inoperative, to be empty, cleared out. It's all sitting now in a temporary folder. That having said, there is a chance that the overlay will not update itself correctly, because it's now should be using the SimConnect. My previous experience, that did not work as stable as did FSU IPC. So it could be that this information on top of the screen on your end is not really doing anything, or not updating correctly or whatever. That's not the point of today's flight, but just so you know what it is that you're looking at, if in case anything seems a little bit off. So I'm just going to sit here in the back and chill a little, and just going to enjoy the view. Let's have a little, pull up a little bit of a chart as well, like this. There you go. It's a little chart. Hello, little chart. GPS tracking. Let's turn that on, and I'll be stepping away for a bit. So we're still there. Let's have a look. It looks like we're still flying. We're still moving. Program's not freezing up yet. Talk about freezing. What is the outside air temperature? Minus 33 degrees Celsius. That is pretty cold. I'm telling you that. So the estimated time en route 1 hour 10 minutes. So I wonder if the steam is going to be freezing, yes or no. The last time it did, it froze after landing, and then after landing the camera, I bent the camera down like here, did something here, and I wanted to go up and it was stuck. So yeah, it seems sort of random. I've seen people, you know, the thing is when you start googling things, you'll find everything. You find a sucker is born every minute, right? So you'll find anything that you want to look for. But what I did find is obviously some people who mentioned sort of the same problems, like they have it on approach, which is what I used to have mostly. So I don't know, man, it's just totally messed up.
Well, looks like we're still flying. Let's see if we start moving the camera around. Flight simulator all of a sudden going to become confused and lock up on us, freeze up on us. So far so good. Let's get way into the systems here. Zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. Do all the kinds of stuff that you normally do as well. Maybe you should wait until we're actually on the approach. If we carry on like this, it will take us another 35 minutes and 50 seconds. So I suggest we just keep on going for now. Excuse me. There's not very much else that we can do. Well, obviously we could, where's the Yoko? We could disengage the engine, of course. So the weather up here is nice. Not sure about the weather below the clouds there though. So quite a lot of clouds. Looks like in the lower left of the GPS map there we go. Our destination is now coming into view. 33 minutes to go. Range 148 nautical miles. We could maybe consider descending a little bit. Let's say 10,000 feet or something, but maybe let's see if we can find any meter information. This time, now that we're a little bit closer. There's no meter available. We could maybe then have a look at the what is that? Maybe the Skywactor website. Does it no longer work? I'll just have a look. That's too small, can't read. I'm gonna give it the fuck up. Beautiful stuff. Still doesn't seem to break. Zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. Right button to move around. No, whatever, man. So what, we got another one of these fucking chatbots, man? Fuck off, die, goddammit, motherfuckers. Oh man, these guys get on my fucking nerves, man. You know, gonna report them for pornography. There you go. And the other one I will report for fucking child abuse or whatever. Fuck them straight to goddamn motherfucking hell. Oh, look, I accidentally pinned the message. Oh, man. Unpin. Remove. Just got to remove all this. I'm sorry, man, this stuff really pisses me off, like, beyond fucking belief. It's like 4 different bots entering the stream, you know. For the rest, nobody's watching. Sometimes there's a couple of regulars, you know, which I definitely appreciate a lot, really, actually. But you know, it's not a very high traffic channel, you know. And then there's like 4 fucking just fucking die, get AIDS and die. There, child abuse and report. What do I fucking even care? Miserable sons of bitches. All try to lure you to some websites. And guess what's going to happen when you get there? Do you think there's any altruism there? It's people who care about you? Do you think that? Do you think it's people who care about you? No, it's not people who care about you. It's people who care about the fucking selves. That's what's going on. Really hate this stuff. It sends us to hate it though, you know, it's the internet. And don't forget, people, your only purpose in life is to be advertised to. Your only purpose in life is to be advertised to. Yeah, now you can go die happily. Okay, so let's leave all this fucking negativity here at 20,000 feet and let's start our descent. We should be looking at around 21 minutes if we just keep on going at this speed, so we're just going to descend. So let's descend to, well, let's start at 8,000 feet maybe. No clue what it is that we're descending into, so probably just saying 8,000 feet probably, well, could be fairly rigorous. Let's start about 10,000, what do you say? 10,000 feet. I'm slowly calming down. My apologies for that. I am available for children's parties. Oh my god, man. Okay, so we have started our descent. Let's have a look at the speed, because we do not want it to start overspeeding. This should be fine. Let's see if we can see the airport. Good chance we'll not be able to land at all anyway. And if we land, it's probably going to crash or freeze up once we are landed. Estimated time en route, little over 13 minutes. I think we're going to be descending to, well, it should be around sea level. Let's just wing it and go for 5,000 feet. Maybe descend a little quicker. 1200 feet per minute. A little less thrust. Let's have a look outside. So a lot of the clouds here are defaulting. Still looks cold down there. Not hanging yet, not freezing. Would have thunk it, huh? So reset the altimeter to 958. Passing through 10,000 feet. Let's turn on the landing lights. It looks like a barren wasteland. So range 45 nautical mile. So around there or something. Could be the airport probably. Not really sure yet. Speed to 11 knots, altitude 9,200 feet. Altimeter to 958 still, but it's okay. So we're going for 5,000. Hopefully at some stage we will get the radar altimeter here as well, so that we'll actually know how high it is that we are above the surface of the Earth. Nothing yet, but we're still good here. Range is 38 nautical miles, altitude 7,400, and speed is 213 knots. So definitely greeted by some ground features now. Altitude 6,300, speed to 113 knots. And we still got 2,958 and the range is 34 nautical miles. There's no apparent visual yet. Keep on going. Do not see a radar altitude either. Going for 3,000 feet now. So keep on going. Altimeter still 2,958. Altitude 5,100 feet, speed still the same, and our range is 31 nautical miles. So there's some clouds coming here. There is some elevation up ahead, but looks like that should be under control. Should not be any problem. Slightly to our left. That's good because we're descending a little bit below it, as it would seem. And judging from the charts, there will be sort of a bay that we cross, and then there would be the airport at the coastline of that bay. There's the radar altimeter, so that's nice. So that's going to stop at around 1,800 feet or 1,900 feet above the ground, which looks like it would be fine. So 3,000 feet, settling in now. So we set the altimeter, which is still 2,958. Speed is slowly dropping, and our range is 2-3 nautical miles. Radar altitude is 1,800 feet. We're on altitude hold now. Speed 204 knots. 3,000 feet altitude. Radio altitude 1,700 feet. And our range is, cannot read it, 20 nautical miles. So we should be able to have some visual. It all sort of looks the same. At least it does to me. That could be the bay that we're talking about, if I see this correctly. It's a little bit hard to tell.
That could also be it. Let's have a look. There's also water to the right, isn't it? Yeah, it could be that. And then the bay would be there, probably, and there's the airport, I believe. But we'll see it when we'll get closer. The range is now 18 nautical miles. Speed's definitely getting a little slower. We'll leave it as it is for now. We'll keep monitoring it. Still not freezing up. Some clouds here. Speed 202. Range 13 nautical miles. So definitely getting closer there. Range 9 nautical mile. Speed 202. Knots and altitude 3000 feet. This should be the probably if it's a bay, cannot really tell. So let us reduce the speed a little bit. Let's see if we can get down. Let's see, so this was about 1800, right, or 1900. Let's go 2,100 feet. Let's descend. Descend 1,000 feet per minute. Range 4 nautical mile. There's some structures. This could be the airport, perhaps. It's all white. It's a little bit difficult to see. Let's reduce speed some more. So, could that be a runway perhaps? Yeah, I think so. So maybe we could enter the pattern if we go right. So let's turn off the autopilot.
of the flight director. Take a little bit of a right turn here. And just keep monitoring the speed. Let's do flaps 1. And trim the nose a little. I should be looking sort of okay. There's a little bit of ground elevation there to the left for 10 o'clock. Our current heading, we're heading west. Reach the target altitude almost, 2100, should be okay. Let's extend the landing gear and trim the nose. Let's perform a left turn to the east and do trim it at the same time a little bit more. Do not want to be descending too hastily. Crossing south, there's a runway. Trim it down. Speed's fine, it's a little low, perhaps, but it should be doable. Trimming it. Speed's picking up. Reducing speed manually a little bit. Not too much. It's a little steep there. Okay, idle, set it down. Try to go nice and easy. Try not to hit that car. Let's do reverse engine. Brake. Idle. Flaps up. And we're down. So welcome to Cold Bay, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed the flight. It's a taxi. Let's see where can we get off the runway, man. Maybe we should just turn around. Let's just turn around here.
While we are rolling, let's turn off the landing lights, turn on taxi lights only. So wondering when is the steam going to freeze up. Been streaming for well over 2 hours and 15 minutes now. Can we get a little closer? What do you think? There. Parking brake is set. I believe this is the fuel cutoff actually. So the ignition can go off, auxiliary boost pump can go off, fuel selectors, manual or auto is fine. Autopilot can go off too. Are these doors open? No? So still do not crash the simulator, still do not freeze it up. So what is it, FSU IPC? That is one thing that's not running now. Is it that? Is that our problem, FSU IPC? Or is it one of the mods? There's quite a lot of payware mods that I've been using. Would kind of suck, right, if it's a payware mod. I've been trying to get them updated or trying to see if there is updated versions, and they keep telling me no, there's nothing to update, you know. So you know, there's only so much you can do, right? So basically, what I'm doing now is trying to see if we can freeze up the sim, see if it will freeze. Maybe get playing in the menus a little bit, procedures, departure, position, whatever. Just click it, click random stuff. There you are, yeah, sure, whatever. But it does appear to be stable. Not can say that I feel like I'm able to crash it or to freeze it. Crashing is maybe not the best word though. So yeah, so let's just turn everything off. Lights can go off. Taxi light can go off. I believe this is all off now. So generator and battery. Or maybe just use this switch. There you go, to get them both. Now everything should be completely off. Nothing more we can do inside. Now the doors do not open on this one. It's a shame. It's always cool. So little nothing else we can do to get it to crash. Could be a good sign, you know, as long as we actually figure out what is causing the problems usually on my end. Anyway, so as I said, everybody, welcome to Cold Bay Airport, and thank you for checking the video. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time. I'm your personal funky sim pilot. My name is Arkady Gidzenko. Everybody be kind to one another. See you next time. Bye bye.